My name's Christy, and I have 77 months clean and sober. And just to tell you a little bit about myself, the first time I drank was when I was 12, when my mom and dad were getting a divorce. Things just kind of progressed from there, and it wasn't that I went through a whole lot of stuff besides that, but just like everybody at school seemed to be doing it, and that led to, speed and marijuana, and just progressed. With every drug I picked up, I got further away from myself, and it just became an out-of-control monster, and I didn't know how to stop. I mean, this took a lot of years. Eventually, everything was a mess in my life, and I had kids of my own. I lost my kids. My family and I were fighting. My mom took my kids, and she had me arrested and threw me out of the house, and I lost everything that ever mattered to me, but I didn't really know what mattered to me because the drugs had overtaken everything and become so important in my life. And I was in and out of jail and homeless, and I was just a miserable menace to society, and I was hopeless, and I wanted to die. So anyway, my life was pretty much a big pile of junk, and I was really negative, and I blamed all my problems on everybody else, and I did not take responsibility for my actions. And so then I was homeless, and my mom had my kids. I had a 5-year no contact order. I couldn't see them. I couldn't even call her. I was on probation. I jumped bail. I actually had an appointment to turn myself in, but I got picked up. And I did my time. I got out, and I was waiting. I was court ordered to come to treatment and get an evaluation, and I had one scheduled. And I was living in a car that was broken down in a field behind the Valley Homestead. I had no tags. I was, State Patrol pulled in there and talked to me, and I told him what was going on. I was just honest with him. It was probably the first time I was ever honest with anybody. He came back like an hour later, and he brought me $20 for gas to get something to eat, some cigarettes, so that I could get to my evaluation the next day. And I came. I did my evaluation here, and I was going to be going to treatment Saturday. After that, I got arrested again because I used. Somebody came by that field I was in that lived up the street that I knew. It was bad news, and like within 10 minutes of getting more drugs, I was going to jail. I thought all this stuff was a series of unfortunate events, and and it was all these horrible things happened to me. And now I look back, and it's like a series of fortunate events that saved my life. My mom, I thought she hated me, and I really thought I hated her too. I was full of hatred and anger. I went through treatment at Lifeline, and that was the beginning of a new life for me. They taught me how to, stay clean and sober, how to do things different, how to change my attitude, how to, what to do when I felt like using, what to do to work through my problems and to deal with the guilt, the pain, the shame, everything that I'd been through and put my children through, and how to forgive myself. The really nice thing about it is they gave us the option of church while we were here, and so I went to the church service, and that really had a big impact on me, and I decided to, I was not going to live in sin any longer with the drugs and the alcohol, and I was going to follow God, and I've been so blessed since I've been clean and sober. I had to go to inpatient treatment and outpatient anger management, domestic violence classes, and relapse prevention. And I moved into an Oxford house, which was a really big part of my recovery as well. I walked everywhere. I walked and I got a job, and I walked and caught the bus to church, and then I got a bicycle. I was riding my bike to work and to meetings in the middle of winter. It was the greatest thing. It's like I had to lose everything and have nothing, and to find myself and to become happy again. And it took a while before I could reach my family. I had to complete all this stuff, go back to the judge and petition to drop the no contact order, and he actually did it. And then it took me like 3 days to pick up that 1,000-pound phone to call my mom. because I had found God and found forgiveness and worked through all this, and I thought she hadn't, because I didn't know that she believed. And so when I finally picked up that phone and called her, she said, let's just put the past behind us, and welcome me back in her life and my kids, and it was beautiful. In the meantime, I had, friends and had become family at church. My PO was really supportive of all of this. Lifeline, I did outpatient afterwards, and then went to the Lord's gym, and everything just came together. Just like they said, one day, one step, one moment at a time. And I got my life back, and my mom and I are like this. My kids and I are like this. And my daughter, one just graduated, one's fixing to graduate. They're going to college. We're all really close now. And I've been able to be a big part of their lives. And then I got a job here. Who would have thought? That's about the most amazing thing, because, I was unemployable. I was a miserable menace to society. I couldn't even get up for an appointment, let alone go to work and hold a job. I could do nothing when I was on drugs but seek, do, and plan on how to get and do more drugs. So it's pretty amazing today. I have a good life. I am got my license, got a car, a place to live, a job, my kids, my family, self-respect, go to the church. God is good, and I could have done none of this without him. And Lifeline, thank you.